I do think though that diners are the last American institution left. But if you think about it, somebody could be sitting there having a meeting about whatever, and then you could buy meth outside, and it's.
I didn't know this existed in Florida.
Convenient.
New York, you know, we got the good diners.
Of course.
You know, the Greek people own them.
Well, hey, you know who owns this place?
A Greek person.
My boy Peter. He's
Yeah,
a Greek guy. Yeah, there's like souvlaki and like daily Greek specials.
You go to like LA and like you got to order like the avocado toast. It takes like an hour to get. This is like
it, bro.
Cheap, huge plate. Even though I think these are getting more expensive, I hear now too.
I mean, but
like back in the day though, like you get the best breakfast of your life for like $5
And
in
then
New York.
you said you as a kid you came to Pompano Beach.
Yeah, this was the first time I think I ever got on a plane was to come to Pompano Beach. Really exciting. I thought I was in Miami though. Like coming to Florida, you know what I mean? I thought Florida was Pompano Beach.
That's so funny. I didn't. My father never took us on vacations. Hi, Elena. How you doing? Oh, that's a real deal coffee.
That's the real deal.
Oh wow, this is legit. Oh my God, let me shift this over here.
Make sure the name is in the frame.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna take that.
Thank you.
But and so it is actually ironic though that the show, you're my first guest. The show is called HotCakes and Hot Takes, and you're a keto, which is hilarious.
But right now I'm drinking
what is it?
Orange juice. Tastes like it's spiked.
So
I think she knew I was coming.
Elena,
we're gonna have fun today.
So Vin, with keto, because Rob, you don't even know what it.
No, I have no idea. It sounds cool. I don't know. It sounds like
I'm
you
gonna
eat
be the
healthier
keto.
than me.
I'm gonna be the scientific expert.
But you're what I'm saying. I mean, you're the Keto Guido. You wrote a cookbook. What is so Vin? Is it 0 carbs, or are you a vegetable?
A little bit.
What happened was when Jersey Shore was off the air for a couple of years, I gained a lot of weight eating my mother's cooking.
Of course.
And chicken cutlets and carbs. And I was always like, oh, don't worry, I'll work it off in the summertime.
Yeah.
It got to a point where it was pretty bad. I was like, 200 pounds, which is like a lot for me, pretty high body fat. And I had to make a change. And I used to like hear guys talking about eating like bacon and eggs and butter on podcasts. And I was like, I could get behind that. That's a good stuff.
Yeah.
I started doing it. I started shredding weight. I was like melting. I'm like, I'm eating salami and bacon and butter. I'm
all fat,
getting ripped. It was insane.
Yeah.
So then like I kind of have like an obsessive personality, and I started going deep down into the science of what it is.
Yeah.
And basically it's just trading sugars for fats. You can't have both.
Yeah.
If you have a cheeseburger, that's everything. That's the bun,
everything.
That's the fat. But if you substitute one and you just have the bacon and the cheeseburger, your body's like in a burning fat mode and stuff. Long story short, I did it for a couple of years. I wrote a cookbook about it. It got mad skinny. But now as I've gotten older, I like have like potatoes and stuff. I still eat mad like low carb and stuff, and I'm not afraid of eating fat.
Yeah.
But I don't like, chug heavy cream and bacon. That's why like right now I'm having
sugar. How do you eat sugar? Because sugar is
low as possible. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of like I like how everything now is like starting to be better. Like you have like a drink, it says 5 grams of sugar. That's not keto.
Yeah.
But it's better. But it's better. You know.
Yeah.
So like I eat tomatoes. Tomatoes have sugar in them.
Yes.
So it's just like kind of like but like especially like at all the RFK stuff. Like now it's coming out that what I've been saying for years about how you have to flip the food pyramid upside down.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much like what it is. It's like you don't have to be scientific about being in ketosis, but it's basically taking the fundamentals we learned our whole lives that like eating sugar was completely fine and cereal was heart healthy.
Yeah.
And then instead being like, I think you can actually eat bacon and butter, and as long as it's coming from like a good source.
Yeah, grass-fed.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. They start teaching you that as a child. I learned the food pyramid in 1st grade.
Yeah.
So from the time you're in 1st grade until the time you're old enough to actually do your own research, if you don't have parents that are paying attention, you're looking at that food pyramid and thinking that those sugary grains are healthy for you to eat.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm with the Rob right now.
I hear his voice. Rob,
now you hear it?
and he's talking about eating fucking sugar. This is amazing.
And he was in Washington yesterday, and Pat's there and Tom's there, and somebody goes, Rob, and runs up on him and doesn't even talk to
I was
Pat.
nervous because it was the Pentagon. So I'm like,
yeah,
what list
okay,
am I
okay.
on that
Yeah,
people
yeah,
recognize
yeah.
me and run up and say hello?
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
You're on the nerdy tech AV guy,
Yes.
the background guy.
So Vince, so like workout wise and everything, like abs, are you still there?
Not really, because I just don't like try as hard. But I try to stay lean. I fast a lot. It all comes down to calories. At
What
the
about
end
your
of the day.
workout? How your activity?
Working out, I love working out for like my mental health. So
Okay.
I became a runner. So I
too.
nice. So I ran the New York City Marathon, not this year, the year before.
How was that?
Wow,
like?
that was
That was tough.
Yeah,
it was
right?
Tough. It was amazing. though.
So training compared to, because I know the race, some
Yeah.
people, Vin, are like, I know somebody in Cali that's all he does is marathons, and bro, the high that he gets, he's like, bro, he's never done a drug. He's like, the high that I get.
Right.
By the way, I was doing cocaine.
He's
I was like,
that?
I was like, really?
I'm
Like,
running too, but
yeah, like
different energy.
my
So,
way.
so Ben, how hard's the training for that? Like, are you doing half marathons to get to the?
Yeah, I was doing half marathons. I started off with like, that's how it happened. You start off with like not being able to run 1 mile.
Yeah.
1 turns to 3, 3 turns to 5. Next thing you know, you're running 10, and you're like, I could do a half.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy jump to go to the full one though.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
can
a
Because
journey.
after the half, you're already like mad tired.
Yeah,
How am I gonna do this double? But little by little, you do it. You see that the Kyle kid from the Nelk Boys just ran 100 miles.
Yeah, I saw
Wait,
that.
what?
And he was like fried after.
Yeah, he said he never ran a mile. He got the bump.
Yeah, it's for his
Now,
grandpa.
mind you,
All in one shot, he ran
Yeah.
100
They
miles.
take
Yeah,
they
right?
take like they take some breaks like to refuel, but it's
Yeah, but it's like a
it's
continuous.
called an ultra.
I gotta be honest, I don't think I could run 1 whole mile. Like,
You
in
can.
under like 12 minutes? No way.
No,
You can. You can.
But I hate
But
cardio.
you're talking about mental.
matter.
Like, is it just me or like? By the way, I don't like. People are like, man, I love the gym, and I know I'm in shape. I'm 47 years old.
Yeah.
On the treadmill, I don't care what I'm watching or what I'm doing. Vin, the voice in my head is going like, you get the 5 minutes, dude. You don't need this on the minute. It's such a mental battle
Yeah.
with me, but like, you have to do it. You have to do
start.
it.
What made me do it was moving to New York City. You know what I mean?
Really?
Because
Running
I
from
go-
people that are trying to kill you.
Yeah, running from the people. You know, running from the taxis.
Yeah, exactly.
He's coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's here.
Oh.
No, because I do get bored if I'm just running on a treadmill, or
Same.
even in like the countryside. You're like running on one highway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But outside's better.
The city.
Yeah.
I go downstairs. I go right to the West Side Highway. I'm stimulated. I'm outside.
Good.
Once you become, I'm 38 now, so you need shit to do.
Yeah.
To stimulate you, and it's not going to be going to clubs and bars.
Yeah.
No, that's
So I'm
over.
outside, like running past the people that are day drinking and stuff, and I'm outside
You
with
used to be
them.
there.
I used to be there. I'm outside with them. We're chilling,
Yeah.
you know.
So you went from, because man, you think about it, like you said, you're 38. You guys, Jersey Shore was gym, tan, laundry, GTL. Now that you're older, that's shifted. You know what I
Do
mean?
the same thing, except
gonna
I'm getting
say,
a
I was
tan
gonna say, you
outside.
Yeah.
change.
I'm not doing a tanning bed. I never really did that anyway. I was like the
Okay.
anti-Guido
Okay.
Yeah.
of the show. I was like the nerd. I was like a DEI hire.
Gotcha. It would be like, so instead of GTL, it'd be PBM. It'd be Pilates now,
think you were a
Botox and maids. Like, because you're not doing
Yeah.
laundry.
They
You're
do
not
it.
doing laundry,
I
man.
do laundry, bro.
But still.
Everyone thinks my mother does it, but I do it.
Good for you.
So, man, so you live in New York. Your mom's still.
My mom lives in Staten Island. I got her a house
okay.
out there. Yeah.
Nice.
So close enough to like come there. When I met you, I was actually that's not when I lived in LA, because I did try to live in LA. I didn't,
How long did that take?
to move?
So no, that you were there and you're like, I can't.
9 months.
And you couldn't do it.
Yeah, because I just realized, like, not because of like the government. I was just like so close to my family.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, if this was what it takes to become rich and famous,
Yeah.
not watching my niece and nephew grow up,
Yeah.
then I don't even want it.
Yeah.
And I realized
Good for
that
you.
like once I was there and I was hanging out with like TikTokers and shit.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, this is not my family.
Yeah, what am I doing?
People would be like, oh, you're gonna find your own family. Now,
What?
I'm like,
What do you
yeah,
mean?
Bryce, whatever, from TikTok. Is
Yeah.
But I will say though, I wasn't doing stand up at the time, so I can see myself getting so in love with the stand up scene that you would stay longer. I was
Yeah.
just kind of existing as like a
Yeah.
reality star. I bought a house in the hills. It looked cool. It was dope. You know, I had parties. But then that's it. It's like there's no substance.
Yeah, but where you're at in stand-up, especially because of your career, you don't need to be in LA.
Yeah.
What's great is you can be out and be on the road Thursday through Saturday night, fly back Sunday morning, and then be home with your family Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
And then you're off to another city Thursday morning, but you're still home 4 days,
But I
on the
live in
road 3
Manhattan,
days.
So you can work out every night
Yeah.
in the city. There's nothing like it. Because I hear LA is kind of like the alt scene is a little different, like all the little clubs.
Yeah.
New York is always like bar shows and people throwing things. And you can get around quick. You can be in Brooklyn and
Yeah.
this place, you know. So I love it. I love it.
Is it
But-
tough for you? Because like when you started out doing stand-up, you weren't famous beforehand.
Not at all.
You started doing stand-up after you made it famous.
Yeah.
It comes with benefits, right? Like people are going to book you on shows
tickets.
because you'll sell
Yes.
tickets.
Yeah.
However, there's also that judgment
Oh,
that
yeah.
you have to walk into, not just among the audience, but also other comics. Was it difficult for you to make that transition
Yeah.
from being a famous guy to being a famous comedian?
Yeah, I'm still dealing with it now. So I'm only like 2 years in, and it's been a ride, you know, because I have a different audience every night. I
Yeah.
have one audience that likes me,
Yeah.
that are fans that don't even want me to do any material.
Yeah.
They just want to. They just want. They're in awe that Vinny's here.
And just to
Yeah.
a party.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one fan. People that love you, but they're the worst comedy fans.
Yeah.
Then you have people that are like just horrible and suck.
Of course.
Then you have people that are judging you because they want you to fail.
Of course.
Because
Right.
you're a reality star.
Yeah.
There was
Then
that.
sometimes you find the middle ground of just like, it's a good comedy club, it's a good room,
Yeah.
people laughing, they get it.
Yeah.
So I've had to deal with that, and I'm still years and years and years to go on that real comfort of finding who I am.
Yes.
Right.
But every night it is a challenge.
If I may,
Go.
I watched, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I watched Steve-O from Jackass
Yeah.
when he first started doing stand-up. This is 10, 12 years ago. And he's
Yeah.
going out. Everybody's waiting for Steve-O to light himself on fire.
Yeah.
Everybody's waiting for him to
And
stay.
he's like, oh, my Uber ride today.
Yeah.
But-
Nobody
and
gives
guess
a damn.
what? I went and I saw him 10 years later. He put the work in and continued working it, and he got great at doing stand-up, so he made that move.
Okay, so my love, Elena, Vinny, what are you gonna get? You're gonna go for
I feel like eggs and turkey bacon.
Yeah.
Have that.
Turkey bacon,
Okay.
turkey sausage.
I'll do that.
She's from New York
Like
as well.
scrambled
obviously.
eggs and turkey sauce.
Scrambled eggs and turkey sausage. Nat,
So you're on the keto, right? So do you want like tomatoes?
No. Just
Nothing,
that's
just
fine.
scrambled eggs and turkey sausage?
Elena, we just found out that there's sugar in tomatoes, so enough with that nonsense. I'm joking around.
I ruined my life, so-
So wait, you're not gonna get anything? You're.
I don't think so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna judge you from afar.
That's okay. I'll eat with my eyes.
Elena, I'm gonna get hot cakes because what are we doing here?
Okay.
And then I'll do she's gonna get a hot cakes as well.
Okay.
But I'll do it with the 222 with just bacon.
How do you want your eggs?
Over medium, please.
And bacon or sausage?
Bacon, please.
Is hot
And
cakes
you
or
just want
pancakes?
Pancakes, bro.
Sure, I'll just get it.
You know what I'm saying,
See,
man?
that's crazy. That's like the
okay, I'm okay.
antithesis of keto.
It's
The
the
fact that we were taught to wake up in the morning
And eat
and just eat
sugar
dessert.
pancakes
No,
and dessert. You're right.
There's like cake.
100%. Dude, did you see? They just put out a big chart of how much arsenic is in so many candies. Like insane amount of bro.
Sugar's worse. No, okay.
Yeah, think about it. Sugar's worse. But yeah, Ben, my thing is just the hours of when I eat it. If I eat, because bro,
My bad. I
I've
was looking at
taken
the
care
wrong
of
menu.
myself for so long, military and everything. If I like right now, I eat this the whole rest of the weekend. I can't eat that. But
You have self-control.
but the worst thing is this, Ben. I was drinking like a maniac. So here's my thing.
I
Let
do
me
the
ask you
filling
this.
omelet with
My
bacon?
drinking
And
stopped.
can I
My
do
body
steak?
loved that sugar from the alcohol. Then once
Can
I
I do
quit,
steak
I'm
and then
almost
add
3 years
bacon?
sober. I felt
you.
I hate desserts. Hate them.
And I'll do-
But then I'd be out, Ben,
home
and I'd be
fries,
like,
please.
yo. Now I'm a freaking. I see dessert, and I'm like,
Right.
now I want it.
Sugar.
Thank you so much.
the
Appreciate it.
alcohol's not
It's
doing
all
it.
gone. Yeah, so it's all gone. So Ben,
What I do with picks, like for anyone just in dieting in general, is like you pick little things that satisfy you, but they're not bad. Because all it is your brain playing a trick.
Yes.
It says like, oh, you need like to eat a cake right now.
Yeah.
And if I eat like a little tiny piece of dark chocolate, I'm like, oh, I'm good.
you like me too.
So I have it like just already prepared. I know what I'm gonna want and crave and stuff.
Got you. What's your go-to? What if you? Like we were talking about this earlier. What's your like when you're like, listen, I don't give a damn. Nobody's around. I'm gonna eat like an idiot. What's your go-to?
Yeah.
So like either tiramisu,
Oh man.
like a homemade one, is
Yeah.
fire, or like a warm chocolate chip cookie with vanilla
Ice cream,
Yeah.
bro.
Do you guys have BJ's down here?
Of course we had
Bro,
BJ's.
the fucking Zuki. That's
Forget
yeah,
it, bro.
that's
That's just death. But so in regard to stand-up, and Rob, you had some really good points of how hard and what was your moment? Because going from reality to what you're doing, your success and all that stuff to go. What was the moment you're like, bro? I'm funny. I could do this. And who was your inspiration to to go for it. Because I was telling her, Vinny, I was in the military. I've been from Yonkers. I've seen drive-bys. I've seen everything, and fear's been in my heart. Nothing is worse. I tell people this all the time. Than going on stage and you're like, bro, Natalia, I'm not joking.
Because you're stuck there.
And you have the ammo. You think you got all the ammo, and you go up and you go to shoot, and that little cloth goes bang. It was the worst feeling of you're like, because you're like, wait a minute. So
I
what?
thought this was funny.
Yeah, exactly. People don't realize how horrible that is. So what was your guy? Who'd you see and you're like, I could do it? Because think about it. One of the biggest names in comedy that started in reality, Theo Vaughn, was Road Rules. He's in the, you know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I used to see him all the time, and I saw him doing the hustling and the small things.
Yeah. One thing I say is like, people hate on reality people or whoever like making a different career path.
Yeah.
Stand up though, like you can't fake it. Like
Yeah.
you can sell the tickets and the people are in front
Of course.
Right.
But it's just you up
Thank
there.
you.
There's
Yeah.
no auto tune.
Yeah.
There's no band behind
Yeah,
you.
music.
Yeah.
There's no like a movie company
Yeah.
that you're the
Of course.
star of.
No, and
Yeah.
even if there's people helping you punch up your jokes, you still have to go out and deliver them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what happened was when I met you actually like years ago at the Laugh Factory.
At Chocolate Sundays, you remember?
So I probably met you there. I was probably watching.
Okay.
But my first show that I ever did that I bombed horribly was at the Laugh Factory because back then I thought that a comedy club was a comedy club. Most
Yeah.
people think a comedy club is just a comedy club.
Yeah.
They don't realize there's levels. There's like the NBA.
Of course.
And then there's like the shitty
D-League,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'm famous. The Laugh Factory, I'll perform there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wrote the set that day. Which,
Oh my God.
And I went up on Persian night.
No.
Persian.
Like Tehran and Maximilian.
Yes,
all
I
these
met,
guys?
him, I met him that day.
He wears a robe.
Yes.
Shout
now
out
he
to
wears a
Terrell.
robe. I think he's gotten more
He's evolved to
eccentric.
robes. Yeah, he's awesome.
So back then I always had like the bug, and then I learned, I'm like, oh, okay, this is not that. This is like this takes years and reps and
Yeah.
like
Oh my God.
every night for
Failing and up and down.
yeah. So, but I always did have the bug. So I probably just met you there on like a chocolate sundae. But yeah, Persian night I had like I think I wrote a bunch of Mexican people jokes, and I was going up in front of all Persian people. I was like. And what I learned now is like, oh my God, like who you're talking to is so
Matters.
important. You have a different, Joan Rivers had like a different set for like every group of people. I do that too. I'm on the road, I'm in like right-wing towns, I gotta cater to them.
Oh, I didn't
Liberal,
even think
100%.
about
gotta
that.
cater to
Oh,
them.
people, and see, and that's the beauty of
You
this
gotta
run.
read it right in a second, like you're playing a video game. Like, oh, who are these? Are they old? Are they young? Are they, you know?
Yeah.
How hard is it? It's because then you like anxiety. Like I deal with it. I know you deal with it. How hard is like, bro? You pick the most anxiety-driven career now. It's freaking, which I think is amazing. If you could overcome that, bro. So you're doing good in the mental space, and that's
Ironically, when I'm on stage, that's like the only time I'm not having anxiety.
wow.
Because you're
Really?
so in the moment and just like, you know, you have to be good.
So happy
Yeah.
for
I
you,
will
bro.
say that the anxiety does manifest like when I'm writing my jokes because all day long I'm like, oh, like, is this gonna do good? Is this gonna do good?
Yeah.
But no, actually that sets me free because I'm doing something. Now, does it suck? Do I feel
Oh, of course.
bombing?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not anxious about it though.
Yeah.
Or I'm more of
Okay.
just like, that sucks. You know what I mean?
But you need those to get to where you're going.
But what happened was, so I always had the bug, and then Jersey Shore was like off the air. It went on for 6 seasons.
Yeah.
And then it was off the air for like 5 seasons. I was like, what am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
So I started taking improv classes in Manhattan.
Okay.
It's like a school called UCB.
Yeah, I know about UCB.
UCB, like Amy
Upright
Poehler.
Citizens Brigade.
Yeah. I did that shit for like 5 years. I became like a huge nerd. I was
Oh,
like,
great.
I was on teams. And,
That's awesome,
You know,
though.
Wow.
so I was always like this kind of like nerd of comedy itself.
Yeah.
But I still was like, damn, like I wish I was doing stand-up because once you're on stage with like a bunch of people playing like games,
course,
you're like,
of course.
I wish I was one of those
Of
guys
course.
that's doing stand-up.
Yeah.
You know?
By myself.
By myself, yeah, because they can actually something you can make a career of.
Of course, of course.
You can't make a career of doing it.
No, improv. Yeah, no troops. It's SNL's that's
yeah.
it, bro. I auditioned for SNL. You want to talk about awkward moment? If you ever go to YouTube, go to Will Ferrell's audition.
Oh, yeah,
Nobody's
yeah.
laughing.
No one's
Nobody's.
laughing.
You hear one like laughing, and he's like he's doing a cat for like 5 minutes on the floor, and they're like, that guy's amazing.
They do that on purpose so that you.
You know, you had to live in that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
So Vin, moving on. Jersey Shore, 2009, bro. Success,
Yeah.
multiple spin-offs, clothing line, your book, everything like that. Bro, I remember you did the stripping thing in Vegas, the Chippendales, okay? And mind you, I love your relationship with your mom. I absolutely love. Same thing. The love from a mother is amazing. I remember you're up there, basically backwards, butt naked, and your mom's crying, and everybody's like, "Is she okay?" They're like, they're happy tears. She's like, "That's my son's ass." Like,
Or shame.
oh yeah, maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit.
Which one it was?
Yeah, a little bit of both, but I mean, like so that happens. I read somewhere that you stayed and had like residency, like 6 months and you made like $1 million doing.
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't really
so what was that
talk about
like?
money, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, you have to only when you're justifying yourself being a stripper, then you can say it.
What was the switch
'Cause
for you? Did you
every-
go to like a strip club and you were like, I want to do that?
No. So Chippendales is it's like a play. It's like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Vegas show.
It's like an improv.
Yeah.
But you're on a bow tie and there's
Yes, you know, and they have all different kinds of celebrities that are their residents
Yes.
that go there. They bring tickets in, but you don't have to do anything. Like Perez Hilton did it. He was wearing like a suit the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they made the offer right
You should do
after
it.
I'm gonna go.
right after I did the keto thing and I started taking my shirt off and shit.
Yeah.
They saw that I
We
was,
want you.
yeah, they were like, and we laughed at it first. We're like, haha, that's funny.
Yeah.
And they made an offer. I'm like, oh wait.
That's not funny.
I'm like,
Breakaway pants, 24 hours a day, bro.
God.
You're butt naked all day.
so then I went to go watch a show, and it's like watching like a live like play. It's like funny, you know what I mean? They do interactions with the audience.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
like a strip club with
Yeah.
They don't
So
throw.
it's like comedy with your clothes off.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want it.
they don't throw like dollars or anything like
Shame.
that. I know. and-
Respectful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like people know like Magic Mike. There's like shows like that now. So I did it like one residency, and the money was pretty good. They put me up in a penthouse.
Of course.
Living like Elvis for
Yeah.
a couple of weeks.
Wow.
I'm like, it's fucking girls all day, every day.
Any old like you have to have
Rob's
like
like-
some old because Vegas has only older.
Go
I know that there's
keto.
young girls too.
Yeah.
But you were in keto. You were there. How
Yeah.
like do you have any crazy one from there or just in general like a crazy fan story?
Well,
yeah.
They the general vibe of the audience of Chippendales are like, you know, older women,
Yeah. Okay.
bachelorette parties, you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
crazy.
Sounds like fun.
That's taking
Those are the
notes. That's
funnest
like
girls.
that's like yeah.
I brought in some of the younger, you know.
Okay, energy.
Like there was like a couple in the crowd that I would always like, you know, a couple. Those, and those were the men. No. Now,
Gay guys are tipping
count the
well,
women.
bro.
You count the, no, there's always like 3 gay guys in the crowd.
Oh, and they love and they knew who you were.
But no, the guys are respectful.
Really?
The guys sit there like this. If you go to a real strip club, like
Yeah.
with women and shit,
Yeah.
like the guys sit there like this the whole time.
Yeah.
At the one where the women are they're grabbing you. I got assaulted every single night.
Oh, freaking! What the hell's wrong
Sounds
with you?
awful.
Yeah, right. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. It's like, how dare they?
Oh
How
no.
dare they?
With
But when
your
but
money.
the gay guys were just they're dudes, so they're just like watching you. They're like
There was.
they're not gonna grab
They're
you.
gonna grab.
Yeah, but the moms are gonna fucking.
Oh, I
grab
could
you.
imagine.
Like, let's just say like I'd be very skeptical about my wife going on a bachelorette party in
In one of
Vegas.
those places?
Oh, dude,
Because I had women sending me, Snapchatting me
crazy.
crazy videos of
Was it
themselves.
the bride or like?
The bride.
Oh.
The
Dude.
I had a couple
Okay.
bridesmaids too.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, as if like
But
I'm
the
not.
bride herself would be going crazy because literally they just think that like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You know?
See, I'm not me personally. I'm not a fan of that like bachelorette or black. Like it's our last day of being single, so you're gonna go out there and just do crazy.
Yeah, but you're
You're gonna
I'm
remind
not-
yourself of all the things you don't have.
What?
Anymore.
Why would you
That's
like?
terrible.
What?
You're also not single. If you're getting married to someone, it means
Yeah.
you've been in a committed relationship with them. for-
Stupidest thing. That's all like single for the night, right before
You
we're
go
getting
get-
married.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I never understood that. Like I would never give her the carte blanche. Go out, go act like a maniac for that day, and then 2 years, 3 years later, she cheats on you. Like, why would you do? I gave you the day to go do it. And no, I don't play that.
Terrible.
No.
That's how I know I've gotten older, because when my friends are getting married now, instead of like when we were in our 20s, that's what we wanted to do. We'd go to Atlantic City, we'd go to Vegas. Now in our 30s and 40s, it's let's go golfing
Yeah.
for the weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to go
My
camping?
girl's gonna have a book club for her bachelorette party.
Good one. That's a good one.
Sitting around with a bunch of other girls.
And it's gonna be a bunch
Did
of
you
dicks.
see that?
It's like, what are you doing? You're like, nothing, babe, nothing. Just go do your thing.
Club.
Oh, that's so funny. So Vin,
It was a pretty crazy thing, but it was fun.
Yeah. But did you have like a terrible story? Did you have like a stop?
Well, no, like not there. Like I said, I had fun. I've seen some crazy bachelorette kind of things. You know, also you see some nasty things too. Like one time the dude, the host of the show, he's actually gay. Most of them are gay, by the way, too. That's how you know. That's how you know it's a play.
It's a play. Yeah, it's theater.
These guys went to Juilliard,
Oh,
and
man.
they're just dancing. And
Oh,
Son of a.
these are like
Yeah.
qualified.
yeah, sorry to disappoint you.
I'm like,
But one time, this guy was he was getting a lap dance from a girl in the audience. Like that's part of the play. It's like,
Yeah.
come give me a lap dance.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think it was that time of the month for her, and it all was on his pants afterwards. And he ran back there like, what the fuck? And I was like, ew, I'm the celebrity. Get that away from me.
You were like, sorry, I'm so
I'm like,
sorry.
where's my paycheck?
Oh,
Where are my frozen grapes?
I'll be honest though, if I am gay and that happens to me, it further invigorates me to
yeah,
be
yeah.
gay. I'm like, I don't ever want to go near that again.
He's
Look
the
what
worst
happened.
person for that to happen to.
Oh,
my
that's so
gosh.
bad.
That's terrible. That's
So then
terrible story.
any like from when you started Jersey Shore till now, like any crazy like, by the way, I'm mildly, people see me on like a movie guest star over here. How crazy like
go.
have you had any crazy people, like a crazy story where you have to get like
Yeah,
the
the
cops?
star is weird, you know. It's like, and I joke about, I make fun of myself on stage a lot, you know, because you're not like famous for any talent, you know what I mean, like being a movie star or anything like that. But when people do like you, they feel like they know you.
Right.
They feel like they could come sit down here on my lap right now and start having a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
If I don't react, they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't do that to like Jake Gyllenhaal. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They're like, "Ooh, let me respect his
he's,
face."
he's,
you know?
yeah, he's a professional.
And you guys came out, I mean, that show, what, 2009?
2009 was
So it was MTV. There was maybe MTV2, but it wasn't like reality show after, like today, every show is a reality show.
Yeah.
Back then, Jersey Shore was one of the
First
only, it was
to
like
ever do
Big
it.
Brother, Jersey Shore,
Yeah.
and
Well, there's
maybe
only-
Hoarders, that's it.
There was only one place to watch TV too, which was
Exactly.
TV.
Yeah, not on your phone, not on the tablet, not on your
Yeah.
computer.
So like, you know, like 9 million people would watch it like
Live.
every Thursday, like live.
I was part of that night.
Yeah.
No, she was.
I
Well,
grew up
dude,
watching.
think about Rob.
Super
9
Bowl
million.
numbers,
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, how huge is the
Crazy.
number live? People sitting in front of a box and watching you guys. Which, dude, that's gonna bring me to the next topic that I
The
have.
craziest part about that too is that like we barely got even paid the first 2 seasons
Really?
because we didn't understand what numbers meant.
Of
and
course
shit.
not. Your man.
Like-
Did you guys even have managers
No,
or agents?
no,
That's all I was gonna say.
We're just having fun.
Would you just sign up and it was like,
yeah, just,
call me?
They signed up and they're like did like an interview and
Like, he looks like he'll be a Keto Guido.
yeah, well they were like I was the only one that like wasn't orange. So like they wanted like a spectrum.
That's so funny.
I swear to
bro.
God, it's a whole spectrum.
We'll take the
It's like-
orange guy.
You got like
Yeah.
the Paulie D, then the Mike, then the Ronnie, then the me. It's like, you know,
Trump
it's like the
stole that-
evolution
They threw you in there. see
to
what
the
happens.
Guido.
That's so
you know what I
funny.
mean?
Trump's probably stole that orange look from you guys. If you think about it, because he didn't start spray tanning till later on.
You ever see Mike roast Trump?
No.
It's the biggest bombing in roast
He
history.
bombed? Like, how bad was it?
The biggest bombing in probably comedy history. Like one of the biggest bombings in like famous comedy history was his roast
On Comedy Central.
on Comedy Central.
I gotta see it now.
And it became and happened to be the future president.
Oh my god! Did you
But
see
we
it?
joke about it because he was so high. Because Mike's sober now, but he
Yeah.
was like really high, and that's like one of his things he attributes to why
Of course.
he
That's so
was at rock bottom. Because he's like, I'm going up there and
Yeah.
acting like a dick and like bombing. Like it was really bad, you know.
He was. I actually.
Changed.
Funny story. He won't remember it, but I was out in LA once, and we were somewhere some house, bro, and he was
Partying, yeah.
bro, partying, and I mean, I was in that,
Yeah.
in that world as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
man,
but you're one of the guys from that show that we never actually read like negative. Now, not saying anything about them now, but back then it was
Like
like
the-
they would write page 6 articles about people TMZ. But you always seemed to be one of the level-headed people on that show that you wanted to see in the tabloids.
Yeah.
What made you?
That's why
go
I'm in the
that way?
tabloids now. when I speak
So
politically.
let's get it now.
yeah, everybody's like, yeah, that's what they have to
They're
try.
like, oh wait,
Yeah.
he's level-headed.
Yeah.
So, oh, now we have to bring him down.
Destroy him. Yeah, destroy him.
I didn't know that being level-headed, and when I say that, I'm talking to more about, and we don't have to be political, but just being independent and just being like, oh yeah, I agree with that, I agree with that. That's like bad. You're not allowed to do that. You have to be like on one side or the other, you know?
Oh, that machine doesn't ever want you, bro. The machinist never wants you going, hey, wait a minute, you guys are They don't want you to have an opinion. They want you to just shut up,
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing, but you have to like come out and say it. So
But you know, like in terms of what you were saying, again, it was more of like my family.
That's what I'm saying, like upbringing.
Yeah, I went to school, I went to college, and I'm a political science. I have a political science
great.
degree.
Oh wow.
So I was like,
What?
So a guy who went to college, got a degree in political
Yeah, I mean, it
science,
was a
gets
co-
yelled at by people on the internet for his political
Yes,
opinions. Meanwhile,
yes.
none of these people could name a policy or know anything like that. That's
I mean, it was
crazy.
from the College of Staten Island, so we don't have to.
Hey, still a college.
It's
Yep.
accredited.
And you probably have student loan debt that you had to pay off, so it counts.
Not even that. It just showed that like it was just an interest of mine. You know what I mean? Because people sometimes are like, "Oh, why do you talk about that?" Like on my podcast or whatever. I'm like, it's just like an interest of mine. You know, like I went to school for political science. I was going to be a lawyer before Jersey Shore. I was taking my LSATs like right when the show was coming out. You know?
Wow.
So it just didn't go that route. You know, I became a stripper instead. I made way more money. I would have made way more. Got much more pussy too.
yeah,
So
but that's good. But
Balance.
But so something I wanted to ask. So faith-wise, because I remember on the show you had "Let Go, Let God." You
Yeah.
still have the tattoo, right? Which, by the way, that's why I didn't go away.
Love it?
unfortunately.
Yeah,
Still very good.
because I removed. I've been removing
Yeah.
tattoos, and it's the worst pain.
No, I want to do it, but
Bro. But I think something for that.
does it actually go away though?
Yeah, bro. I used to have
If
something
you
on my
go through
stomach.
the whole thing,
Then
it'll
like
go
10
away.
or 12, and it's almost like a
almost-
sign from God going, you shouldn't be getting any of it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But when you got that, because what Rob makes a good point about being level-headed and not letting the craziness in the world, that statement for me, let go, let God, that to me, that's you, especially with all this stuff that you're going through, anxiety and everything, letting go and letting God, meaning he's going to do what he wants. As long as you're with him and you pray, you do all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Where's your like relationship with God, with Christ? 'Cause I know you're Catholic, you're Italian.
I grew up Catholic.
You
I
grew
went
up
to
Catholic.
Catholic school,
Okay.
kindergarten,
So
eighth
how
grade.
how's that relationship, Vin? Because with me, especially when we were talking about the drinking and the partying, I was gone. The moment I surrendered, that one word I used to people all the time, my life, bro, drinking, gone, family, relationships, talking to people, that's the greatest decision I've ever made in my life. So
Yeah.
where are you at with your relationship with God?
So let God. We're getting a HotCakes.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Thank you.
Ooh.
look at
Are you guys
that.
good over there?
Oh, you got a prop anyway. There you go.
Yeah, I got one anyway.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I'm okay for right now. But yeah, remember you said butter's good.
There you go. But not on the sugar.
No.
Eat that by itself. Which, by the way,
spoon it.
you wouldn't be able to eat that much of it. That's
Yeah.
the point.
Do you guys mind if we pray really quick?
Yeah, sure.
Dear Lord, thank you for the food that we're about to eat and the hands that made it. God bless Vinny and all that he's doing in his path in his life. Protect him, Lord. Protect his family and his comedy career. Let him reach heights that he wants to reach. And for all the people out there, Lord, that don't have anything, give them something today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So Vinny, speaking of the man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so how relationship, because I know, I definitely need her hot. She makes her own hot sauce, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, are you going to church?
So, like-
are you religious at all?
So I'm not that religious anymore. I grew up Catholic, so I understand the whole institution of Catholicism and
Yeah.
religion and stuff. But when like I was going through like a really hard time in my life with anxiety and depression and stuff like that, because we all have, whether you're an addict, whether you have OCD, whether you have anxiety, whether you're a drinker, it's all coming from this same kind of this mental uncontrollable thing inside of you that you can't control.
Yeah.
And at a certain point you have to learn just how to accept it, how to accept your demons and stuff, and then accept that we're not in control of anything. Now, who is in control is the question.
Right.
And that is God.
100%.
Now, other people have different terminology for who that God is. You know what I mean? Is it this God? Is it that God? Is it my God? You know? I feel that it is like a God. I don't know exactly, if it's like the man in the sky that was taught to me.
Yeah.
However, as I'm getting older though, and becoming more of, obviously this happens when you're like a little bit more mature.
Right.
I want to believe like what I believed my whole life when I was going to school and stuff. And I'm trying to find that. I'm just such a pragmatic though.
Yeah.
and I'm sure you've dealt with it.
Of course,
That
of
like
course.
I want like I'm like, what is like the scientific proof? What is the
Witnesses.
who are the witnesses? And that's where the Bible comes around
Right.
comes
Yeah.
along too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's so much to actually like learn and dissect.
100%.
You know?
Because I personally, Tom, who's a biz doc on the podcast, he hooked me up with the Bible in a year. I got the Bible app. Then I've gone through it. I've read the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm reading the Quran. I'm gonna start the Torah after.
Wow.
I'm not saying like I'm looking for holes, but bro, this book from the Old Testament to all the prophecies, it's old. There's no way that they could have written what they wrote because it's factual. They have it. They have it written on papyrus paper.
Right.
And then what he did and what Jesus became, it's almost undeniable. There's a book by Lee Strobel called A Case for Christ. If you have,
I was just gonna say that.
Vin,
They do it like it's a lawyer, right?
bro, this dude, atheist, tells his wife, who's a Christian, he's like, you know what? This is how smart and how much time he has on his hands. He's like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna talk to theologians, I'm gonna talk to everybody, and I'm gonna prove that he wasn't here. Bro,
As a skeptic.
as a skeptic, as
Yeah,
an
yeah.
atheist, Vin, he made a case for Christ. And when you see this guy speak, he was on Sean Ryan recently, you see the light of God and Jesus in him, where he's like, for instance, one quick story, Ben, when Jesus died and they put the spear and he literally took his last breath, and the earthquake, temple broke, and the eclipse of the sun happened.
Yeah.
People that were journaling in towns that they didn't witness Christ's crucifixion, they wrote, because they were diary people, journaling, the earth shook on this day, on this moment,
Yeah.
the sun turned black, and it's like these things happen. And I get where you're coming from, because people are like, I want answers. I think the beauty and the mystery of God in this being is we're not, bro, our little brains, there's no way we're gonna figure it out, but Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
undeniable here. Muslims, Buddhists, everybody.
Right.
The question is, do you believe he was who he says he was and was the prophecy of him to come? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where, Vin, that's why I think a lot of people, and by the way, the devil's very good at going in, I'm not saying this happened with you,
Yeah.
to go in there and be like, doubt it. No, bro, no. But guess what? He died, he rose people from the dead, he made people that were blind to see, and I think that, like, once you realize that all that happened, he wasn't a magician, there's no magic.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I just need Mel Gibson to make a couple more movies because
You'll decide.
he is.
He is right now.
And then I'll be like, all right, now I'm
know,
starting to
now
fuck
they
with
wanna
this
do
a little bit
That's
more.
so funny.
No, because seriously though, like I talk about this on my podcast sometimes too. I'm like, Jesus like actually wasn't around like not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like he was around
Well,
a long time ago,
but
like there was millions of years before him, and like it's kind of like he was like a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm?
He
Well, he
was
was
a
a guy,
guy.
but he was walking
He was
around.
that
He was
guy.
in human form.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Like you never really taught that. You're taught
Yeah.
that like he's just like a mystical
Figure.
godlike
yeah.
figure,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
Like a
again,
spirit.
Mel Gibson, I'm gonna be watching those, just like I watched Passion of the Christ.
Have you watched?
Oh, that's
have you
a good
watched?
movie.
Have you guys watched Chosen?
I tried to get into that, but it was a little bit too like soap opera-ish in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm more of like into like the scientific fact of
You want
it,
the
know what
factual
I'm saying?
stuff. But it's
Passion of the
actually
Christ is the best.
Yes,
bro.
that movie.
little
is.
fun fact, and then I don't want to stay on it too long because I could talk about this forever.
Yeah.
Did you know that the crucifixion that they showed on Passion of the Christ was the most downplayed child version of what they
Actually
actually
happened.
did to him,
Oh,
bro?
of course.
If you really, the Shroud of Turin, I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah.
Bro, 700 whips, marks, blood. The crown of thorns, you know the one that we see, Vin?
Yeah.
That's not what it was, Rob. If you watch, they had Hebrew thorns, which are like this.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna show it to you when we're done, V. It's a round thing that they jammed in his head, and on that shroud, you could see how bad
Yeah.
it was, right? He was crucified naked. They ripped his beard completely, like all of it off. It was a downplay of
Yeah.
what it, because they couldn't do it. I remember
Yeah.
in the theater, Vin, did you watch Passions in the theater? Bro, I was in Montana in the military. When the movie's done, I got goosebumps. It's quiet, nobody got up.
Yeah.
Girls were crying and miserable because you realize what this man, this God did for us so
Well,
that we could sin.
and there's like historic evidence that like that happened.
Yes,
Whether
man.
you believe in like the
Whatever
other
you wanna
stuff,
believe.
Right.
like of that whole process of
Yeah.
of like the Roman emperor. Of
Yeah.
like Pontius Pilate.
Yes.
Like that, because at first, again, you think this sounds like a mystical story,
Yeah,
and you're like,
it's
oh
not
no,
real.
this was like a historic event where like politics of Romans were involved in this, and like all those. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, learning it like it's history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's I think that's going to be like the next place I go to, because you can't just. I know. I believe in God. I think that you need that sense of like I kind of miss that sense of
you ever-
security that I had when I was like growing up.
Yeah.
Like Jesus got me.
Do you
know
ever
what I
go
mean?
to a
Yeah.
church? Have you been to a church?
For only for like for events,
Like a
baptisms,
okay.
christenings, you know.
Okay.
My nephew got baptized in a Greek church. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sus.
What was it? What were they
It's
doing?
different.
There's too much
different.
water and touching the baby. Back when we were,
It was just a quick 1-2 before.
like, bro, we used to just, like, it's just like that.
You're
This guy's
blessed.
putting his fingers in this incense in his face.
Too
I'm like,
much? Yeah, it's a little aggressive.
OD, you know what I mean?
I don't want my kid to
He
be.
needed it must.
Yeah.
You see the one where like the guy slaps
Slaps
the baby, and
I saw one with
I would have fucking punched him in the face. You know? The dad just like it's sitting there.
See the one where the priest drops the kid in the basin, and the priest just goes like this. My bad. And then, that was me. That was me. Well, and he didn't blame the kid because the kid was being like a slippery one. It was all him. Oh man. But yeah, Vin, I think that's with the fact that he's actually coming out passionate. What's the second one? Because it's when Jesus comes back and is walking
it?
around the people.
I think it's called Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Passion of-
Because for 40 days, think about it, he came back and he was talking to people and he was like, yo, I'm the guy.
Yeah.
And then I can't wait to
This
see.
is what I need. I need a gritty drama.
We need another to recharge.
Hook you in.
That's so recharge. You're gonna get it.
Movie.
You're gonna get it.
You go to church and it's just like, you know, and then Yahweh went to the thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Mel
you're right.
Gibson's like, nah, I'm gonna show you.
I'm showing you.
Sure.
But he got into a lot of. Bro, Hollywood went after.
yeah.
Because they're like, how dare you show what people did to him? And it's like, bro, relax. It's a movie.
yeah.
It's a movie. But I mean, dude, just movies in general, Vin, I think. When's the last movie you went to go see? Seriously. In the theater, Vin, where you were like, wow.
Oh, right.
When's
Yeah.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember, no. Like in the theater. Maybe like Avatar.
I swear
Wasn't
to
that
God,
movie?
Vin, my word, my hand to God, I swear to you, I was gonna say the first Avatar, I was like,
Avatar
Yeah.
was sick.
That was
holy
insane.
moly.
Yeah. You couldn't watch it any other way.
No.
No, I was like, yeah, no, I'm like, look at the
The movie's
colors.
actually not that great if you watch it on a phone.
It's still a good movie.
It's Pocahontas.
It is
It's the
Pocahontas.
same, you know.
I like
I've never
Pocahontas.
seen
But I remember, you haven't seen Avatar?
No,
What
and
the
I have
hell?
kids.
I haven't seen
but they
it.
don't.
Seen Avatar?
No.
Yeah, please, man.
Ah, where have you been?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, take your time. You haven't,
No, so it's Pocahontas with aliens.
it's Pocahontas.
See,
with
if they would have sold it that way, I'd go and watch that.
You only say that because it's a love story.
I love how we were just like, I was like, yeah, you know, I don't really go to
What?
church or read the Bible. Everyone's
Yeah.
pretty chill. And it's like, you don't watch Avatar?
What is wrong with you?
I'm gonna shoot you, Rob. Thank you so much, Elena. Oh man, that's so funny. So Vin, you've been in the game for a while. Celebrity-wise, you've been around everybody, right?
Yeah.
Out of all the people that you run into, I'm talking about you, A-list, whatever. Out of all of them, who was the dopest? Who had the greatest? Who treated you like a good person? And who were the ones that were just like arrogant, prick? Any story, anything of like somebody that really pissed you off? That's up there that people would know.
Well, I will say that, like, usually the lower the status of a celebrity, the more asshole-ish they are.
Really?
Yeah, because they have something to prove.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So they have to kind of act like tough, you know. Meanwhile, like they were, because this happens in comedy a lot too. Like comedians kind of act like dicks and shit. Like,
Yeah,
when-
of course, especially if they're in with the clique.
yeah,
and, like,
yeah. Meanwhile, like they'll be like, oh, I remember that thing happened to you on episode 3 of that. I'm like, oh, so you know who I am? You just act.
Oh, weird.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
weird.
So yeah, that usually happens. You know, people that are coming up and popping off. Like I had a talk show called The Show with Vinny right after Jersey Shore, where celebrities used to fly to my living room in Staten Island, and my mother would cook them dinner.
Oh.
Kind of like what you're doing right here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nice.
We went to a diner once. I swear to God.
Oh, nice.
So like Lil Wayne came to my
Are you serious?
came to my
We love
childhood house, and my mother cooked him dinner. It was a crazy. Took a private jet from Miami to Staten Island. It's part of the show.
Oh damn.
And he was mad cool. He stayed all day. He was chill because I was chill with him. So like he saw that I supported him. I was wearing his merch, and
Was he smoking?
Yeah. He was watching Jersey Shore when he was in jail. So like he just got out of jail and was caught up on Jersey Shore.
Wow.
So, but that was cool. But then I would have someone who's like an up and coming kind of kid or something like that, and all of a sudden like the manager's there and everyone's like looking at it like this. So, and I know this. I've been doing this for 15 years. Like,
Yeah.
I showed up here. Well, I mean, I have friends with me, but like I go places by myself. I don't really.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to comedy clubs. I go to comedy clubs with like 5 people
But
in
when
a
you
basement.
when you were doing Jersey Shore, did you have more people with you?
Yeah, I had little iterations of like thinking you're the shit, and you have like a little entourage with you. But I never was that guy,
Okay.
Did you ever meet somebody who was famous that you were surprised they were a fan of the
Oh,
show
yeah,
or
yeah.
knew you?
Probably Leonardo DiCaprio. Like that's the
What?
first time we ever went out to a club in LA, and he likes the clubs, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
They had just gone on a Jersey Shore marathon like bender, like the day of, and they're like, we walk in there and they're like, oh shit, and it's like every single, I think like him and all his boys, like Tobey Maguire, all those guys.
Yeah, they've got like a crew.
Yeah. They had all just went on the
Dude, that's so cool.
marathon.
Spider-Man's watching you.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man's a fan of you.
Bro, the Great Gatsby was watching me.
Yeah, exactly.
I was flirting with 2 girls in the corner, and
He was watching
Gatsby
you.
himself went like this to me. I felt like I was in the fucking movie.
Oh, I can imagine how, dude. He is just. Since I was.
But I get that though, because like now you watch shit that like I watch shows, and I'm not comparing myself to Leo, but I'm saying like the new hot pop cultural thing takes over the country, and you're like, oh shit, like the Rizzler or something. I met the, you know, the Rizzler is.
Who's the Rizzler?
He's like the little chubby
Yeah.
kid that's like goes like this, and you know what the fucking Rizzler?
And his dad makes all the videos. They make videos together singing and stuff.
At the house. The pop house. Yeah.
He's been on Theo Von.
They do like the Costco dance and
No,
stuff.
no, not the Costco guys.
Okay, so it's separate.
Wait a
people.
Let me see
minute.
if I can find
He
it.
rolls with the crew sometimes.
Okay.
And those are nice people, but they're not the Rizzler.
Okay.
Those are like Boca people.
Oh, I've never seen
The Rizzler is like
This
Jersey.
kid.
Yeah, that's
Let
the
me see.
Rizzler. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen this guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's
This
he's
kid.
hilarious.
So like you see.
Oh yeah, with the accent.
Yes. So you see someone like that, and you're like, oh, like he's popping, and next thing you
Right.
know, he's on Theo Von and shit like that. So that was our kind of moment for a couple of years of being on Jersey Shore. Now at a certain point, you do it, people are like, oh, it's Vinny, It's
Yeah.
But I love it though, it's cool. I like my level of fame. I like being able to walk around normally.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know what I mean?
Thank God, bro. Thank God. Like, think about it.
Thank God we're not super famous.
Yeah, and
Oscar
rich.
award-winning actor. Thank God we don't have
Chicks
the money.
grabbing on us at Chippendale shows.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Because real talk,
Fortunate.
think about it. Leonardo, what if I
you
wanted?
can't.
You think, bro?
Justin Bieber.
I'd have to have SWAT in here. There'd have to be a sniper over there just to have him walk into. They'd have to shut this whole place down.
Yeah.
You can't bring Leonardo DiCaprio in a place like this.
Yeah. Okay, you're insulting me now.
I
was having a good time. And he just said, I booked you because you're the only guest I could afford. I don't have to have security.
Vinny.
I don't have to have a crowd
And
control.
don't just come.
What do you mean? I'm armed. I have a gun.
You're my security. You're my security. I forgot we're in Florida.
Oh my God, man, that's so funny.
Yes, everybody has a gun in Florida.
So Ben, me and Rob were talking about this yesterday. That bro, you guys, if you really think about it, I'm happy we brought up watching Avatar on a freaking phone and technology and everything. But 2009, you guys were the initial. You guys were influencers before the word influencer happened.
thing.
Like you guys. But my thing is, you guys were the real deal. Then you guys went out. You drank, you hung out, you went to work, they followed you, they got to love your mom, they got to see all that stuff. Like now, if you see today, like bro, these guys, I think they all suck. This is me personally. I think they suck. The Sneakos, the Neon, they grab some Indian kid and they make him look like a dork and he's trying to date Iggy Azalea. And then you have, did you hear about Clavicular?
Oh yeah. The kid that punches himself in the face.
Okay, yeah, I want
told me that.
She didn't know what it was.
He's
So
also been doing steroids since he's like 12 years old.
he's, but
Did you see the Michael Knowles interview?
with him?
Yeah, it's really good.
No.
It's really good.
So,
But I didn't know there's a whole other. He's a whole other thing. But
Yeah.
then there's streamers and stuff like that.
yeah,
But streamers are different than influencers. I feel like.
Here's my thing though. They are influencing because when it becomes, by the way, Aiden Ross I absolutely love. Like he's gay, he's all over the place. They have influence because he interviewed Trump, and those type of things freaking help, bro.
That's what moves the needle.
That's what moves the needle, and I love it because Barron, who I know, he was like, bro, he was the one making calls, going, yo, Dad,
Yeah.
trust me, go here, trust me, go there. So, like, by the way, speaking of the clavicular, I think it's called look maxing,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
she didn't believe me.
Yeah,
I go, bro,
so.
they take
Mogging,
hammers, bro.
mogging.
What's the mogging?
Mogging is just like, I think, after you make these adjustments to yourself,
Yeah.
it's the act of you looking better than someone else. So like I'm mogging him right now, meaning like I'm like elevating who I am in society.
So you put the person down near you to elevate yourself.
You're mogging past it. I think that's what it means. Yeah.
I'm so old.
Yeah.
I'm
And the
like,
maxing, I heard that. I was like, yo, what the fuck? My boy called them iPad kids because iPad kids
Yeah.
are just like
Yeah.
all fucked up in the head.
they really, bro. That's the outcome of your father not going. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I went.
You're mogging?
Yeah. What the hell?
Unlock your door. No mogging in my house.
But yo, Ben, I don't think people understand. She thought I was joking.
Yeah.
Imagine taking a hammer, smashing your jaw to get it's micro fractures to make your face look.
Yeah,
By the way,
that
if you look at a
sounds
picture of this
comfortable.
guy before, it doesn't look like him. He's smashing his bones. He's taking
steroids.
He's taking steroids. Bro, you're 20. You're in full testosterone. The testosterone factory is insane.
Like I said, he's his own. That's like a whole other world I didn't even know existed. We grew up something like that. We used to go on like bodybuilding.com. Do you remember that? It was like we used to take these things like
course.
Eno
Of
Explode
course.
and like the Vitamin Shop. None of that shit was.
None of it worked.
Did you ever
Yeah,
take
yeah,
Redline?
regulated.
Do you guys remember Redline?
Yeah, like
Dude, it was like amphetamine in liquid form.
Just
You just take it and just be like, oh, I'm
12-year-old
ready to go.
12-year-old kids taking.
They stopped though. They stopped selling it because
terrible.
people were having heart attacks. I was at a Commerce casino in LA, and I'm sitting there, and the guy's like, "I'm all in," and fell over and started having a heart attack. I'm like, bro. And then
Well, now they just get legal prescriptions for it.
of course,
so no more Vitamin Shop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But no,
Exactly.
but that was like that whole thing. But yeah, no, this
Thank you so much.
streaming. Yeah, we're I like where we're at. You know, it's like a TV show, still able to be an influencer, and get deals and stuff like that. But you don't have to like we sell our soul just like whatever's on that episode, but not like 24 hours a day. Like come watch me sell my soul every second for clicks and views.
And that's all they're doing. Because
Which, by the way, like now that I'm trying to like get popping in other ways, like with podcasts and stuff, like it's hard because you have
to do that.
You have to, and I refuse to. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna talk about normal shit that no one cares about. But meanwhile, like if you did some crazy stupid shit, you would get more views, But I don't care.
When you
I
were
made
on the
money, so I
show,
don't need to.
You were doing you guys were pretty crazy on the show.
That's what I mean. It was pretty controlled to like
Yeah.
just what that show was about, like going to
Okay.
party in Jersey or Miami. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But nowadays they're walking around just like with their camera crew 24/7, streaming every single second of their day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? With
How long were you filming that for? Like when you
about like 5 weeks or something like that. But it was like 24/7, so it's pretty
Okay.
crazy.
What's in these
Yeah.
pictures?
it's so funny. I'm like, Nat. It looks like a commercial, and I'm
It looks
watching
like
her.
a
I'm like,
prop. It looks like a prop.
it looks like a prop. I'm like, Nat, get in there, or else me and Vinny are gonna take this off of
Hey, you
you.
guys want some?
No, I'm good. I'm good. But by the way, Rob, did you try that? This is her
Keto.
her homemade stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
But yeah, like I don't get, and I get it. I'm 47. I don't get like Kai Cenat in them, bro. They could just sit in a living room with a bunch of other friends, and people are, bro, by the hundreds of thousands.
Something.
What is it? I just
Some
don't.
kind of, I don't know. I mean, kudos. Like
Good for them. Yeah, I'm not hating.
Good for the ones that make it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't think that's not common to make it, but it's always timing is everything in life. If you're like one of the first podcasters,
Yeah.
you're fucking chilling and you're great. Starting a podcast now is like impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're one of the first reality stars to be on a big show, then that's timing is everything.
Right.
Now everyone's a reality star. You're going, I'm on this show, I'm on this show, I'm on this show. So it's just timing. I hit like a good time for that, and and still working on it for other things. I don't know.
Podcasts are impossible, but guess what? This one better work, or else I'm gonna be pissed. Then.
Yeah, you kind of got a good.
This is a
engine
good.
behind
This
you.
is a good off the rip, off the jump. Vin, are you working? Because I know you do. Besides the clothing line, the book. You're doing podcasts. You're doing stand up. Are you working on anything that's TV wise or show wise?
No, I do. Stand up has really been the thing that got me into stand up too. Not only do I like it,
Yeah.
I went on the road and I did a weekend, and I'm like, oh, this is good money for something that I enjoy doing. Because there's so
course.
many times in the entertainment industry, most of the shit we do is for free.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, Vinny's not paying me $1 million today, guys, just so you know. He barely got me an Uber here. Went to the wrong fucking diner.
He got egg whites and turkey bacon.
Yeah, I got turkey bacon. So most of the shit like you do for free, and you like hope that it turns into
Right,
something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But doing stand up, because people love live comedy.
Yep.
So if you can actually turn it into an act and entertain them, I was like, oh, I could do this and it can make a lot of money, you know,
Yeah.
something that can sustain me forever.
Yeah.
So I've really been focusing on that. But I also think that once you become a comic, like they get into everything. Look at Schultz right now. He's
Thank
in,
you.
He's
Every-
in every movie.
Movies.
Yeah.
Crazy podcasts, you know what I mean? Like, so hopefully that's like, I'm gonna work on that craft and then let the other stuff come to me. You know, if I have an idea for a dating show or something, I'll do it. Or if
Yeah.
they ask me to go host like the next like Love Island after show
Yeah.
or whatever, I'll do it, you know?
Yeah.
But-
Oh, that would
What-
be entertaining.
yeah.
And what's cool about what you're doing, the stand-up, is that, and it's one of the few places where people completely disconnect. Right? When you're up on stage, they're not looking at their phones, they're not posting photos on Facebook. All eyes are on you for that
Yeah.
amount of time where you're on stage and you have no other distractions. The biggest distraction at a comedy club is the food coming out or the drinks getting served,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
TVs in the background, people scrolling on phones. Everybody's paying attention
Yeah.
to you. How long do you do when you're up on stage? How long's your set?
Well, I was gonna say also it's pretty cool that you could say crazy shit
Yeah.
because you're on that stage.
Yeah.
Where like you wouldn't be able to say it in any other context.
Right, right.
But like that feels pretty
Until
good
they
too.
clip it, they film it, somebody films it and the audience clips it and then it
That's
ruins
true,
your career.
but even still, if you have that microphone in your hand, they kind of people get unless you're like you go full Michael Richards. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my God. I was there, by the way.
No,
I
the
was
night
there.
of Michael Richards?
that's legendary.
It was the
Bro.
most awkward.
Yeah.
You have no, like it was. You felt the air
Yeah.
change, and it was like,
And you understand, like, that hurt Seinfeld, which is
Vinny had to follow him.
oh, by the way.
you should have opened before
I
he closed
was
it.
like, you guys sit
I'm
down.
gonna do something a little different.
Yeah,
Yeah, not that.
I'm a little different than the last
yeah.
guy.
Hey guys, that guy was crazy, huh?
Yeah. But no, I go up there for about right now I have like 30 something minutes of material, which you know how hard that is to 30 like
To write and have it polished and good. It's very difficult.
And then I do like about 15 minutes of a Q&A.
Oh, cool.
That gets, because that's like my party people that want me to talk about the show. That's where we get that part of it at.
Gotcha.
you
And
know?
that also could be crowd work. That's the stuff.
That's where I learned
And I
different
see a lot of
things.
comics will come in, they'll do their set in the last 15 minutes of their show. They'll just do
Give me a
crowd work,
word.
film it, and
Yeah.
then put that stuff out on social media.
Oh,
It's
and you think
so
of-
calculated.
And you think of good jokes because you're like, oh, this was like a human interaction that made them
Exactly.
laugh. I never knew that word. I never knew HotCakes would make someone laugh, but I said it during
Yeah.
the crowd work thing, and I'm like, oh, now I got to write a joke about that.
Yeah,
you know?
like Ari Spears is a friend of mine. He does that.
I'm
Like,
beefing with him lately
what happened?
Ooh.
because we were having a debate about like on my podcast. I posted a clip about like the old NBA versus the new
Oh, I
NBA.
love these
And
arguments.
he's like an unk, you know what I
Of
mean?
course he is.
So like he went into my comments and he was like, "Yo, Vinny, now if you want to debate me on the thing, that's fine." But then he was like, "If your NBA talk is something like your stand-up."
Oh, come
I'm
on.
like, come on, bro. You're a goat to me.
Like, come on.
You're a goat to me. You know, I don't have to bring the stand-up into this. I just got started. you
Oh,
know?
he's one of those, bro. Like he's relentless.
I know.
He's like he reminds me of Patrice O'Neal, like me, because by the way, one of the best sets, if you guys want, it's on YouTube. Elephant in the Room. Patrice O'Neal. You want to
saw
watch
it.
comedy? You've seen it.
Probably.
It's bro, stand up. He opens like you know this. When you start a stand up, you're shooting a special. You go up. You have your hour. You stick to the guns. Nobody does crowd work when
Yeah.
you're. He opened with, "Hey, I just like to thank whoever did the seating and to thank those for putting those titties right in the front."
Yeah.
And he's just, and the camera hits her, bro, and it was just, there's 5 sets that I have in my head, like,
Bernie Mac.
Yeah,
Bro.
that's mine. Bernie Mac on Def Jam, where he comes out and he goes, "I ain't scared of you,
I ain't
motherfuckers."
scared of you. Yeah.
Like, I'll listen to that in the back. If I'm nervous, I get the pre-show jitters. I'll listen to
Beautiful.
that just to get pumped up because he comes out and just attacks. And were you the one that told
Why?
me the
All you
guys
have to do is
before-
read what you see from the computer screen when they ask you for a statistic. What
Yeah.
are you nervous about?
oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, he's, oh,
I love how he's prepping like Bernie Mac for the.
why ain't scared of you?
What was that CNN article that came out? I'm just joking. Sorry.
Scroll higher.
Yeah.
Lower.
But like,
Faster, it's in your text.
Patrice O'Neal, Louis C.K., like these guys have had sets and multiple sets, but like when they're in that zone, and I think with stand-up, Ben, it's the moment you realize, because I had to learn it. You know, people are like, I got to be funny. It's not funny.
No.
It's going up there and being 100% raw and not raw just to be raw and cut to cut. No. And not be edgy just to get the factor. It's telling them stuff like, because by the way, the more personal you make it, and nobody's because because I had a problem. I don't want to say any names, but there was a comedian in LA, big name, I'll tell you afterwards, that was coming up and just taking. He was like picking this person's persona, doing it on stage, taking my joke. Bro, I did ready for this? I'm doing my joke that I would do in clubs that was a killer. I would do the joke. I'd see this person in the room. They'd leave. I'd go to another comedy club because somebody was like, yo, dude, this guy dropped out at the Laugh Factory. I walked in, Vin, this dude doesn't know I'm coming. Oh, shit. Wait till I tell you, you're gonna know. Verbatim. So you know what I do? You know when you walk into the Laugh Factory and the stage is right there?
Yeah.
I walk right in the middle and I go, are you serious? And he looked like he saw a ghost. Oh,
he's like, I got to do a different.
Bro, I walk outside and this friend comes out and I go, and he's an actor. I go, bro, don't even this is when I was crazy. Yeah. I go get on my face.
When you were crazy?
Yeah.
Like, clarify.
Bro, I saw you on Piers Morgan.
Yeah. Well then, you know, I gotta freaking go head to head with these maniacs. But I was like, bro, are you like? And the attitude that I had about him taking it was like, bro, it's like I know these people. I'm represented by this, and my father's this, and my father's that. So it's a. Once you make it personal, they can't take it because this was an observation joke.
Got to make it personal.
You feel me?
Right. So it could be anybody's.
Yeah.
So, but if you make it personal, they can't take it.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So that's why I feel like when it comes to comedy, the more it's about you, the more you.
Yeah. I'm learning all that shit. Every night I learn something new. Like I said, I'm still early in. I'll have the best observation. Somehow I have to make it about myself. Somehow I have to like give it a funny name. Somehow, and then also you deal with this like. This attitude shit when you have like an energy and an attitude and like people and they laugh at that.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, like I gotta find that. A lot of times at my shows when they don't come for the stand up because they're fans of Jersey Shore, they're sleeping the whole time. And I'm like, these jokes work. I tell them in comedy clubs.
Yes.
They're just like sitting there. And then like I'll say that to them. I'll be like, what the fuck are you guys? And then they start laughing.
Yeah.
So you're like, how do I find that juice inside of everything? And it's so hard. Every word is different. Every bit is different. You have to find out a way to do that all together.
How does your prep look for like your shows? Like, what does that look like? Because
like
you have like before, because you have a different audience. You have people who see you for one thing, see you for other things. So how do you even
prep is that usually
that?
my opener goes out, and then he does his thing. As the host, he's supposed to kind of like warm them up, get to know them a little bit.
Right.
He'll walk back there and be like, be prepared. You're gonna have a war out there. Or he'll be like, they're great. They know who you are. But you know,
but you adjust.
Then you adjust to like what? Or, not like your jokes. You adjust kind of what my attitude is too.
Okay.
Because sometimes when he tells me they're gonna be bad, I kind of like that. Because I'm like, I go out there with this kind of attitude, like
I'm gonna take you on.
What's up, motherfucker?
Yeah. And I think once, because I would tell my before I went on stage, I'd always have that like, bro, they're here to see you.
Yeah.
They paid to come see you. The only disadvantage with you has been I got to go up 3-4 times a night in these small little clubs.
Yeah.
Now that, like you said earlier, they know who you are. They're like, okay, we know Vinny, but now it's like.
I have a couple that I could do that and get away with, but I can't go like 5 times a night because it's like like little weird comedians at like an open mic.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 people.
They're like high school. I feel like I'm hanging out with like high school kids. And I'm like, they're like, are you Vinny? I'm like, yeah, this is fucking, this is crazy.
Yeah, I was on TV and you weren't even born yet, so.
It's super strange.
So
but I do get the reps in the stage time though. I feel like that's the one advantage of being famous, like you were saying before, is that you're gonna get stage time.
Yeah.
So like some people have to work probably for 10 years before they're in front of 300 people.
Get that access.
Yeah. And I do it every weekend now. So even though I'm cutting the line in that, it's helping me expedite the process because you just get the reps like earlier on in your career. You know what I mean?
And the good news is though, if you're not putting that work in, eventually that access, they're not going to keep bringing you back. But when the clubs keep bringing you back, every
if you keep doing it, you'll
twice
get better.
a year. Exactly.
Yeah.
So Vin, I want to wrap up, but I want to ask a couple things. I want to do is I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I want to see if you think are funny or not. Could you talk? You mentioned Mamdani. He was just on. Was it today or yesterday? He said something about there's a $12 billion deficit in New York.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You live in New York.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. The whole family.
Yep.
What he said he's going to raise, and he wants to take the top 1% or 2%.
He wants to take the top 1%, charge them 2% more in taxes, income tax.
But this comes after he just sat in front of a camera and literally was like, "Hey, listen, we're a sanctuary city. All the kids everybody's going to get free everything." Yeah. How? As somebody I'm not saying you're in the up 1%, but he's going to take money. How many people are bouncing from New York? Do you know people that are leaving because of what this guy's doing?
Not personally. I mean, people do deal with it because like they either love New York so much or they just can't do what they do in other places. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
even me,
Yeah.
you know, my family's there. Like I
Everybody.
would love if my whole family and everybody lived down here.
Of course.
And there was a comedy scene and I had
Yeah.
everything kind of like set up. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have that in LA. So I kind of do it in New York, so you kind of deal with it. But New York is a weird place because they say that they have these like deficits and shit. And then like I go running on the West Side Highway and every day they're building like a new
Something
pier.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's like a fucking attraction no one asked for.
Yeah.
It's like here's this,
Yeah.
here's the fucking, I don't know, like the stupidest, the memorial for like, I'm trying to think of something that doesn't even matter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the war that happened in some movie.
Yeah. And then
They're
they'll
building
build it.
like $1 billion pier for it. I'm like, I thought we were like, there's homeless people over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing over
Gross.
there? You know? So yeah, people do kind of like they do kind of like deal with it and shit. So it's just like a cost benefit analysis. You know what I mean? Because you're paying such higher taxes already, so you're just kind of like
People are just like, whatever.
the taxes are so high already. So it's like, all right, here's another like 20 grand or something like that.
And I get it.
I mean, these are also like you're talking about like billionaires.
that's what I'm
That
saying.
like
Yeah.
it's like nothing to them.
But
you know
that,
what I
but
mean?
those billionaires don't like the attitude of like.
They don't like the attitude
of the attitude of like, listen. But here's my thing though. If you're gonna say, I'm gonna take another percent from you, Vin, because you're
Yeah.
balling, which is still a lot of
Well,
money.
for me, it sucks because when I'm not doing like a show, like I'll make $0 the next year. So that was like all that money is like money that I could have used.
Of
'Cause
course.
I go from top one to bottom real quick
Yeah.
when you're in like this industry. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, no, it sucks, but you know, he's gonna do.
He's gonna do
what
what
he's gonna do.
But my attitude is this.
not gonna change much.
My attitude is this. By the way, you want to laugh? I was just about to say the word immigration. Look outside that window, Vin. Look, what word is on that sign? It says immigration. That is insane. Go, Rob, go pee, you old bastard.
Thank
see
you.
it?
Sorry, I'm so
How
old.
random
I know
is-
you guys had those down in Florida.
How random is that? But yeah, Vin. My attitude is though, if you're gonna make people that have all the money pay all the extra taxes, you better tell me where it's going. And number two, if your attitude is like, hey, listen, anybody that gets here, we're gonna take care of you and pay for you. I have a huge problem with that. And Gavin Newsom has the same attitude. It's like, bro, if you're here, he was in Davos of all places, and he got on the stage and he goes, he's proud of it then. He's saying, out of 16 states, I'm one of the 16 that said, hey, I'm giving free universal health care to everybody. I don't care about your status. I don't care who. If you just got here from Russia and you just show up, I'm giving you the money. How is that even? How?
Yeah. It makes no sense, but also you can't have it both ways. Like you can't say you hate the billionaires,
Yes.
but then want their money to pay for everything.
Exactly.
At least give them props
Something.
if you want them to pay for everything. But
Yeah.
during the Mamdani election, it was like no billionaires should exist, but we need them to add on their tax so that we can pay for everybody. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like an ecosystem that works. I personally, like I said, I love New York. It's gritty, it's dirty, but I like where I'm at in life. I don't think I'm gonna stay there like with a family and stuff.
Where would you go? Would you come here?
I would, but it's just my hope. I
Everybody's
have stubborn
there. Right?
Italians.
I know you do.
And they will not leave.
I know
They
you
love
do.
it out there. They
They
don't care.
vacation. They come down here.
But they
for
love it
the-
out there.
But they love it out there because they all moved from Sicily and then they all live in the same
Area,
block
of
of each
course,
other,
of
and
course.
that's just where they're set up. You know what I
And
mean?
you
It's like
want-
a different culture out there. New York is a different animal. It's
Yeah.
not like here. It's the energy is different.
Trust me, we do comedy. We pick cities that we're like, oh, let's just get out of New York and
Yeah.
walk around Fort Lauderdale. It's like a video game, you know?
Yeah.
It's like so nice.
Oh, it's the best. It's just, I just wish, it just sucks, man. And it's the younger people that are like, oh, free stuff? You're gonna give us free stuff? And then, by the way, and on the next day that this guy won, he was like, oh, remember when I said I didn't need money? I need some money. 2 videos, he's begging for money. And by the way, we're gonna have to wait. What? How long do you think till you see the Mamdani, the actual effect, Rob?
A year and a half, 2 years in.
To where you start seeing.
Well, my boys in New York, they always say like have always been free, but no one ever knew about it.
That's so funny. Nobody gives a damn.
They would
Just get
just
on the damn thing
They were
anyway.
just taking free buses anyway.
Oh, that's so
There are a
freaking
couple
funny.
of grocery stores. You know, I don't know. I think he's a charming guy. He's like handsome and like,
Very good speaker.
kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
But just I don't know. All this shit is just whatever. I would be curious if we ever do get another like Republican mayor up there one day. Like what would happen? You know,
I mean-
it's changed. It's happened before.
It has
Yeah, but it happened because things were bad.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't want it to get bad again
I
to
know.
have to happen.
yeah.
But
It's
that's like-
crazy.
But
I
they
mean,
may need that lesson.
I will say though, a lot of times, you know, like my dad is like, the Staten Island is like the Florida of New York. So people call me, they're like, I heard there was a protest. I'm like,
Oh.
it's not everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, it just,
Relax.
I live in Soho. Bradley
my
Cooper.
gosh.
Bradley Cooper is next to me right now, whittling a beechwood. Like, I'm good, bro. You know.
He's like airbrushing it.
But then when you go to certain areas like Times Square or Penn Station, you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on
going on?
here? Like, this is not safe for anybody, you know? The subways, oh my God, they're
Same.
crazy.
Dude, the last time I was in New York, it was like
Yeah.
I was coming out of one of the subways and a cop is coming down. A homeless guy is shooting up and literally knife out and sucking the heroin. And the cops, they don't, it's like he's supposed to be doing that.
Video game.
It's like exactly.
Part of the New York experience.
Yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto, New York.
I don't even know who Greg Rogel is. He's a seller comic. He had the
Okay.
funniest joke about like those doors that open up are like they're like the exit. It's like the entrance to an insane asylum.
That's so when you come out. Oh my
Nothing
God.
good ever comes out of those doors.
Yeah. And we don't have to keep. I wanted to ask you. I'm not going to get into any of the craziness that happens with ICE or none of that nonsense. But question, immigration. The biggest thing to me is the people that have already been here, 5 years, 10 years. I know some of these people. They've been here forever, no record, no nothing, whatever. The question is, what do you do? What's the take on what do you do with the people that have been here, haven't broken the law, they've been paying taxes, they've done all that. What do you do with the person that's been there? Like what? Because I came up with something funny that would be actually something that I would watch.
Yeah.
Like Immigration Idol or like Vin, or like a So You Think You Can Migrate, where you bring whatever you guys do, lawn, whatever, landscape, and we just have a
That's good.
competition.
Have you ever seen? What are you, by the way? Where I go in my next?
Yeah, it's like,
Excuse me, what are you?
Before next joke. No. I asked you that for a reason.
Yeah, I am Guyanese and Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you looked Filipino.
I get that a lot.
She can pass
I
that.
get a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
different
say, if you
things.
do like an idol, the Filipino karaoke singers, did you ever see that?
oh, they're
I've seen.
They're in like
this.
remote villages, like singing Celine Dion, like
and amazing.
Incredible.
Oh, amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing. So what do you think about it? I think if we make it something where people will watch, you're a reality TV guy. I think make it interesting, make
I think
it
I'd
fun.
be digging myself in a deeper hole if I said we need the Hunger Games of immigration.
We were saying them.
But I will say that
Ready, go.
Only the strong survive.
No, I like the approach that other people I've heard say of like, we can trade some of our
For yours.
Americans for like some of the good ones
Oh,
over there.
I like that.
Because there are some, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, like a trade. Like a
Yeah.
trade.
Like,
a Pokemon.
like maybe
Trade.
even
Yeah.
maybe even like some of the purple hair septum.
Yeah.
I'll take the
That's so
I'll
funny.
take the hardworking
100%.
Mexican guys that I know and
1,000%.
send them to wherever
Yeah.
they hate it here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
live
Free
wherever
trip.
you want.
But you know what?
You love free things. Here's a free flight to Ecuador.
Because then because you can't. I've had to take a step back and be like, you can't blame someone that's from somewhere bad that was like, but when the government's like the border's open, just come.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't blame them. And then once they're here and they got here, now they're working, they're doing their thing. It's such a touchy
Yeah, because
situation.
also keeping it there, it encourages more people to do it,
1,000%.
which makes people lose their life on the trek over.
100%.
But the way, like you said, like if we could just live in today's world, like it's kind of like guns, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're not gonna just get rid of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you have to figure out like how to make a
them.
system that like works for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that.
What was
She
it?
said use
You have
that.
to figure out how to use them.
How can we put them to work?
Yeah.
But it's true though, right? If
yeah.
you're gonna come here, like, what are you gonna contribute?
I still think it was funny that Vinny's like, what are you?
Yeah,
Because I was about to go in.
If they are like guns and
People
it's
like you.
Florida, everybody gets one.
Oh, yeah.
So you get an immigrant. You get an immigrant. You get
You
an
get
immigrant.
one.
All right, so Vin, I had to do this because I want to know where you're going to be at.
Okay.
All right, so ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 3 names. You have to pick, so marry,
Hook up.
sleep with, and then deport out of America. So it's Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Whoopi Goldberg.
Definitely sleeping with Kamala.
100%.
All day. I was like, you didn't have to give me those other two.
I don't.
I'm just hooking up,
I'll
bro.
read that, yo.
That's
She's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's my type too.
You remember back in the day
Bro,
when she was
when
around?
Meg Thee Stallion was twerking for democracy,
Oh my-
bro,
Were you there?
I almost voted.
It's like this.
I was like, oh, climate change is real. Like, I'm good.
Climate change.
I don't really.
Dude,
Like,
that is
open borders,
so...
amnesty.
Bring them in.
Stay at my house. Dude, that's
Oh
so
yeah,
funny.
none of the big booty Latinas are getting deported. By
Oh, hell no.
They can stay.
Hell no. Oh my God. So Vin, so Hillary.
Okay.
So
The
others.
Kamala, you're hooking up with. Who are you marrying? Hillary or Whoopi?
Oh man, Hillary.
Think of your peace
I know. Think of my yeah.
and your kids, future kids.
Whoopi is. I like Whoopi. I've done The View.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
she's
really?
always cool when she's not talking about
Politics,
She's like,
yeah.
"What's up, man? How you doing?"
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that is like.
I love that you should do that Whoopi impression.
No, she smokes a cigarette. She's like, "What up?"
Oh, really?
For real?
Yeah. I feel
rolling dice. Like,
I feel like just like, you know, the problem is some people, you know, they like become political, they get on shows, and then they have to like go there and just like scream at everybody their political opinion. Every
That's what I
single,
do.
every single. No, that's what I was saying.
Hey, what if I was like this? I don't know what you're talking about,
I was
Vinny.
just saying. That's how, she's literally. You are Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm
man.
Whoopi Goldberg.
You're the right
So you have
wing
to
Whoopi
be-
Goldberg.
Way less money, but I have eyebrows. She doesn't have eyebrows.
Okay.
Valid.
So she's been cool. So I don't know. I might have to deport Hillary.
Hillary. Okay, good.
Send her
All right,
out.
ready for this? So Mary
I'm
sleep
also
with
scared.
Mary. Yeah, exactly. For your
her
life.
out.
Mary sleep with deport Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Glorilla.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Well, obviously, Nicki. So wait, who am I hitting? Cardi B looks like she'd be fun.
Oh yeah, of
To
course
smash.
she is. Of course.
Yeah.
Especially with her past.
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
a freaking
yeah.
stripper.
Nah, she
Well, you
was-
guys are both strippers.
Oh.
We're both strippers.
Yeah.
Turn.
And she seems like she loves like sex too.
Oh, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? So
For
yeah,
sure.
I'll take the WAP.
Okay. So take the WAP.
Yeah, take the WAP.
And then so Nicki and Glorilla.
Nicki and Glorilla.
Mary and deport.
Oh,
Mary.
so I gotta marry. See, Nicki, I don't know, cause like Nicki's cool. You know what I mean? She's been I like that she's a free thinker.
Me
She's
too.
been speaking for herself.
Yeah.
However, I feel like she would want to be the husband. She would put me in my.
I got
place.
you.
She's
Got
a
you.
boss. She's a queen. I feel
Yes.
like Glorilla would be a little cool. You know
Got
what I mean?
you.
She'd be a little bit more like, I'll make you a plate or something like that.
So
you know what
Mary-
I mean?
so-
I don't know if Nicki's making me a plate.
She's like, I bought the place. now make the food.
Nicki's like, I own this city.
Okay, so
It's okay.
so you're
Nicki got
gonna
more money than me, so no.
so you're gonna hook up with Cardi B. You're gonna deport.
I
Nicki
didn't know
Minaj
that.
and Glo-
Send Nikki
Okay,
away.
okay. Maybe I'll take it back. So I'll deport Cardi.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm gonna hook up with Glorilla.
God, I don't want no alpha in my house.
Hook up with Glorilla and then marry. No. Marry. Hook up with Nicki.
Okay.
Marry Glorilla.
Glorilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Last one.
And
Ready?
deport Cardi.
This, is,
Deport girl.
this might be the
Everyone
hard.
always asks me this at my Q&As, but they always say Snooki, Angelina, or
Yeah.
JWoww.
Yeah.
And
No.
if it-
Whatever.
Thank you for not doing that.
You're welcome.
I always say Pauly D.
Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey,
Okay.
Rosie O'Donnell, Martha Stewart.
Oh, Martha. I'm probably marrying Martha.
100%.
That's like the
1,000%.
she would be
Oprah's
the
got more
best
money,
wife
though.
Rosie.
ever.
Yeah, but Rosie or Oprah.
They hire fucking maids and shit. Like Martha's doing. She's a millionaire. And
Of
she's,
course,
she's giving
of course.
you the love. I like acts of
I need
service,
that.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So we're marrying her. So who am I smashing?
Rosie or Oprah.
Oh, I'm smashing Oprah all day, dog. All day. You see, I have a type. I have a type.
Got it.
And Rosie's already gone, isn't she? Or no,
Yeah, she deported herself.
She did it
okay,
herself.
okay.
Hey, guess what?
I just have
One less.
Honored.
one less I have.
Oh my God, that's so funny. All right, Vin, last one. I'm gonna say a name. You have to respond with just one word. No question. Just the first word
Immediate.
that comes to your head. Are you ready? And I have like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan is rich,
Andrew Schultz.
hilarious.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, I would say like crucial.
Ooh, great
good
one.
one.
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Smart.
Okay.
Sure, thank you.
I can't say anymore. So
side eye.
I know you're fishing. I know you're
Yeah.
fishing, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna say smart. Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Orange juice.
Orange.
Okay.
I thought drinking orange juice.
That's it. Okay. China. Kim Kardashian.
I said rich already too. I don't know if I can repeat myself. Skims. I like Skims.
Skims. Okay, there we go.
That's a good one.
much
You could be
cake.
Like, I like that.
Andrew Tate. Kind of annoys me a little
No,
bit.
so annoying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Annoying.
Okay.
I don't know.
We already did. Cardi B. What's the? I
You
didn't really.
deported her.
Cardi B. Ratchet.
Ratchet. All right, last two. Alex Jones.
No.
I never met him, but I guess crazy. That's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully we'll let you
He's
know
like,
that.
I like that.
All right, last one. We talked about him earlier. Jesus Christ.
Careful.
No, I'm Mel Gibson.
2 words.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, God.
Okay,
that a good
perfect.
one?
That's
I
it.
hope so.
Well, Vin, thank you so much for being
was
here,
really
brother. I'm
fun,
telling you
thank
right now, for
I hope this goes on for more than one episode.
oh, bro. Well, first of all, for doing it, and I like the odds that the first one was Vinny, you're Vinny.
Yeah.
You've been the Pano, you've been here. I appreciate you more than you know. What's the name of the podcast again?
Something went wrong.
Something went wrong.
Oh.
And who's your with Vinny, and then who's your co-host?
Mike Figs.
Mike Figs.
Over there.
Oh, Vinny, guess what we did? I got you a little.
Yes.
So I got you
So
a
merch.
Future Looks Bright.
Oh,
hat,
nice. Hell yeah.
So you can
Got
rock that because I know you're East Coast and you wear the
Yeah.
green.
We love
And then I
the
got you a
PBD
freaking.
podcast.
I got you a freaking. Is this? What would you consider this? Is this like a
Quarter zip. That's the,
quarter
that's the new,
zip,
that's the new
bro?
trend.
Is this
bro.
it?
Yeah.
And we got you that.
No
And,
one's doing Nike fleeces anymore.
No,
They're doing-
everybody's
We
done
got
with that.
you.
They're doing
Everybody's
quarter
done with
zip.
that.
Got you.
This is so. I'm wearing this to my show tonight.
Yes.
This is so Fort Lauderdale.
Super nice.
This is
That's
Fort Lauderdale.
it.
Is just guys that are almost semi-retired.
yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That like they're not retired. They're just like
Semi.
They-
They're like on the cusp.
they just bought a
Yes.
nice car. They're going through a midlife crisis. They golf. They wear
it.
this,
That's it.
and this is perfect.
That's
You'll
it.
fit right in.
Yeah.
But Vin, I
They're all
appreciate.
in the background. Right
Yeah, they're all here.
They're
But
your
Vin,
camera crew.
thank you, bro.
guys
God bless
so
you.
much.
I appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Guyana. I appreciate it. Rob, the
Welcome,
boys.
my boy.
The boys.
All right, let's go do meth.